Hi guys, good evening. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today's topic is to talk about how to stay motivated. Now, this is a problem that I have faced, and I'm sure that many of you have had this challenge as well. We want to do so much, right? We want to achieve so many things, and we set goals, and after setting goals we tend to procrastinate. Hi Darshina, thanks for joining. So we set goals, and then after setting goals we procrastinate. We come up with to-do list, and then what happens is every day we don't follow through. Has that happened to y'all? It has happened to me, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, despite our best intentions, why is it that we want to do something, and we seriously want to do something because we want to achieve all the benefits of that particular action would bring to us, but somehow we can't follow through. Now, why does this happen? What is the problem here? What's happening? Hi uncle, nice to see you. So it's something like, what we say is that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yeah, here we want to do it, but somehow or other the action does not seem to get activated. So what is the missing link here? So the missing link here is between the intention and the action. Between the intention and action, there is actually a missing link here. Hi Uma, nice to see you. And this missing link is our emotions. That's right, it is our emotions. Now, most of the time when we are thinking about goal setting and stuff like that, we don't really take into account emotions, right? People always talk about willpower, people always talk about action, people talk about intention. People seldom talk about emotions. But you know what? Emotions are such a key part, because if you really think about it, everything that we do, our emotions impact us. Yeah, emotions are a key part of everything that you do. If on a certain day our emotions are not in a good place, it will affect everything. It will affect our day, it will affect our performance, it will affect our motivation, it will affect our decision making, it will affect everything. Do you guys agree? Yeah, we need to feel good in order to achieve anything good in life. So managing our emotions is extremely important. We just cannot ignore this emotion part of it. Every time there is a thought versus feeling kind of a tug of war, the feeling always wins. Yeah, the feeling always wins. So, and also fighting our feelings, studies has shown that when we fight our feelings, it actually makes our feelings stronger. For example, if I say I don't want to feel sad, I'm going to fight my sadness, I'm going to do it, this can actually make us feel sadder. Yeah, they have done a lot of research in this area, and they found that, if, let's say, for example, you tell someone, okay, listen to this music because we don't want you to feel sad, this is an upbeat music and it's going to make you happier. Once they say this to the person, now the person knows that they have to fight that feeling of being sad, right? And what happens is they actually become sadder. Whereas when they do in a control group, they just give someone this happy tune and just leave that person, and you can actually see that that person who is not set to not feel sad would actually become happier. So fighting our feeling doesn't work. It's just like, when someone is not calm, the worst thing that you can tell to a person is, uh, you know be calm. Like, no one has, there's actually a saying, in the history of being calm, no one has ever become calm by somebody saying be calm. So it's the same thing. We can't fight our feelings. So what do we do? in order to gain motivation by using our emotions in a productive way. What we need to do is we actually need to feel it. We need to increase, we need to put feelings into our motivation. And I'm going to share with you 3 things that we can do in order to increase our motivation. Now, the first thing is to have a why. Is to have a why we want to do something. Yeah? Is to have a why we want to do something. Darshana, that's a lot of messages. Thank you, Darshana. So why do we want to do something? Knowing our why is very important, because what they say is that when we know our why, we can go through any unbearable how. Because when we do something, eventually the road is going to get difficult. Some of the actions that we have to take will be a little bit more tougher. And sometimes it's something that we have to put ourselves out of the comfort zone. Now, knowing our why will help us to get through it. If our why is not strong, we will falter, sometimes we will fall, and we will lose our enthusiasm. So knowing our why and bringing that emotions, why will bring emotions to it, and we can actually do it. There's a very nice story that John Maxwell said about this. It's about 3 men who were basically laying bricks. So somebody went and asked the first man, "Sir, what are you doing?" And he looked at him and he said, "I'm laying bricks." And then he went over to the second guy and he said, "Sir, what are you doing?" And then the second guy said, "I'm building a wall." And then he went over to the third guy and he said, "Sir, what are you doing?" And the third guy said, "I'm building a cathedral." Now you see, the why in all 3 men are different, although they are all doing the same task. Now one of them is going to feel more motivated because that person's end product is much more grand and has got a purpose and is more beautiful. So when we know our why very powerfully, we can get the emotions to push us through on tough days. So this is really important so that we don't give up on our goals. Now, the second thing is actually to get into a positive mindset. Now, all of you, I think, would agree that on the days that you are down, you really don't get much done. Would you all agree? But on the days that you're feeling good, somehow or other everything is so smooth and things just work out and you just keep getting things done. So there is a power in feeling good. On the days that we are feeling bad, our procrastination will actually be at its peak. People always think about procrastination as a time management issue. However, procrastination is actually a mood management or an emotional management issue. When we are not feeling good, we have a tendency to procrastinate. So in order for us to push through and keep motivated, it's good to have an optimistic mindset. So this is something that we can practice. We can practice our way into positive thinking. In the US military, one of the things that they teach their recruits is to have an optimistic mindset. In fact, they teach things like being grateful and having a generous mindset towards the other recruits. And all of these things contribute into having a positive mindset. And what the US military believes is that people who have got an optimistic mindset and a positive mindset actually have got tougher mindset. And in the army or the military, we all need to be tough. Yes, procrastination is about emotional management. Absolutely true, Ma. It's always wrongly thought of as a time management issue. It's not. It's a mood management issue. So positive thinking builds tough people, according to the US Army. So if we want to be able to push ourselves through on a bad day and get our tasks done, we have to build that optimism mindset. So that's something that we can practice our way. Consciously we have to adapt this practice, because a lot of time many of us have got an attraction to the negativity. So we have to consciously choose positive things, because all around us there are good things and there are bad things. It is what we focus on. A lot of times people tend to focus on negative stuff, and this goes back to our ancestors who had to take care of danger. So there is a natural tendency to focus on negative stuff. But now we are no longer living in that kind of situation. It's good to focus on the positive aspects as well, and this is where like gratitude journaling really helps to build a positive mindset. And with a positive mindset we can be better motivated. Yeah. So tracking our progress, every time we do better, tracking our progress will also help us to improve. And every now and then when we reach a milestone, it's good to celebrate, because this will also increase our positive mindset. Reward ourselves, give some sort of, but after we reach a certain milestone, you know this will enhance and reinforce the positive mindset. Now that's the second thing. And the third thing that will really help to get you on track and keep motivated to reach a goal is to be among the right circle. Now this is extremely important, because the people that we surround ourselves with can actually make or break us, because we tend to absorb a lot from our environment. Hi Delina, what milestone have I reached? I think like for me, doing this Facebook Live is a huge milestone. Yeah, today is, I'm actually keeping track, and today is day 73. Yeah, I'll start doing a countdown to my 100 days of Facebook Live. So every time I think about it, I actually feel very good. I feel like I've achieved a lot. Yeah, I feel a sense of pride, because I used to be so nervous about doing a Facebook Live. So things like that, when we track our progress, we feel very motivated. Yeah. So my next milestone is 100 days Facebook. So I'll have like a small mini celebration with myself on my 100th episode. So going back to the circle, so surrounding ourselves with a circle is extremely important. So this is where we need people who will support our goals, people who will motivate ourselves. And thank you, Uma. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it as well. I will announce it on my page. And very importantly, we need to have some sort of a peer pressure, or an accountability with other people. Now, this will motivate us. Peer pressure is always talked about in a negative way, but if we are among successful people, we will tend to want to become more successful. If we are among people who are down and upset and angry, this is going to affect ourselves in a lot of way. So even having a coach and a mentor, or belonging to a specific entrepreneur group or a support group, all this does wonders in creating a positive circle, a positive mindset where people are supporting each other, people are motivating each other, checking on accountability. Yeah, accountability groups, all these are very very positive. Like Delina and I belong to a book club, and one of the things that we have to do is we have to read the book. So because we belong to a book club, we tend to read the book instead of procrastinating about the book. Yeah, because we know that when we go for the meetings, we need to discuss what we read. So that is actually a positive peer group, because if I didn't belong to that particular book club, I would not have read as many books as I have done this year. So yes, Delina, free publicity for our book club. So if anyone wants to join, please contact Delina or myself, and we will let you know how to join our book club. We don't do romantic books or horror genre. We do motivation, self-help, that kind of books. So do let us know. So these guys are some of the things that I would like to share to you about keeping ourselves motivated, because it's great that we come up with goals, and it's great that we want to achieve them, but along the way, when we start taking action, we are bound to have things that will make us demotivated. So these are some of the things that we can apply to manage our emotions so that we can keep going and achieve our goals successfully. All right. Thanks Dee for that. And that's all, guys. So please let me know if you all have any questions or anything to share. And I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye.